the Moving American Money Distant from Anti-National Interest Act, or the Mamdani Act. And it's in Congress, and the bill would rescind any unobligated federal funds to New York City during Mamdani's tenure as mayor. Some of his fellow Republicans are pushing back, including my next guest, who is the only Republican in Congress representing a district in New York City. Let's bring in GOP Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis. Congresswoman, I know you want New York to succeed too, and I want your thoughts on that legislation.
Look, half of this city did not vote for Zohran Mamdani. They rejected the socialist policies that he was peddling. We cannot punish the entire city of New York because of the decisions of half the city, as well as the policies of this guy. We're going to fight back. We need to fight back, and we're not going to fund the socialist communist agenda. But at the same time, to say that you're going to strip all funding from New York City when it comes to transportation, when it comes to public safety, counterterrorism. We saw this happen not too long ago with the Department of Homeland Security changing the formula around to punish sanctuary cities, and they were going to strip $187 million from the state of New York, including $100 million from New York City, from the NYPD, the #1 terror target in the country. Thankfully, President Trump interjected, and he worked with us to get that money restored within 48 hours. But this is the type of dangerous policies that, yes, we need to push back on the Zohran Mamdanis of the world, and we will. And as the only Republican from New York City, I intend to do that vociferously and work with my colleagues and President Trump strategically to make sure that we're not funding a communist agenda. We can't hurt half of the New York City taxpayers who pay their taxes. They do everything right. They follow the law. They rejected this guy. My district overwhelmingly rejected Mamdani, and they should not be punished or hurt because of it.
Underscoring your exact point, I want to pull this Newsweek headline up. Uncommon knowledge, the working class did not win it for Zohran Mamdani. And they go on and do some math with CNN data and find 51.1% for Mamdani, 42% for Cuomo. A 9-point edge, almost entirely supplied, Mamdani's edge, by those making between $50,000 and $199,000. The working class did not vote for him, in other words.
The working class knows that his policies do not work. They are getting crushed by one-party Democrat rule in New York. And to the governor's point, Governor DeSantis, New York's budget is twice the size of the state of Florida, yet Florida has millions of more residents. The answer, though, is to rally New Yorkers, elect somebody like Elise Stefanik to be the next governor, who will respect taxpayers, who will restore public safety, and who will really work on fixing New York. I intend to stay in New York and fight. I'm not going to flee to Florida, as the people are saying, right? We need to stay here and fight for this city, this wonderful city that is the economic engine of the country. And that's the other thing my colleagues need to recognize. We are the economic engine for this country, and we need to make sure that we preserve it. I'm New York City's only Republican. Remember what they're trying to do to me. They're now, Democrats, bringing a lawsuit to try to eliminate this district. They want to once again redistrict my district to tilt the scale and give themselves an advantage next year, targeting just my district because they cannot tolerate that there is a Republican in this city that is willing to fight back, expose them, expose their radical lies, Hakeem Jeffries, Chuck Schumer, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Jerry Nadler. I'm going to stay here and I'm going to fight. And I hope people back me up on this because we need to save New York.
We just have a few moments, but are your constituents scared?
My constituents are very scared. They are very scared. I represent a lot of first responders, a lot of NYPD, FDNY. They're concerned that Mamdani is going to dismantle the police department. He's going to close all our jails and let criminals be released. And these are his policies. This is what he said he intends to do. But again, we're not going to allow that to happen. We are going to fight this guy tooth and nail. He can't do a lot of the things that he claims he can do, and people will see that quickly. But we need to work with President Trump to make sure that we're holding him accountable. You know, we have tools in the toolbox where we can hold him accountable and stop a lot of what he's trying to do, and we will do that because we are the last front here. We are the only front, rather, in stopping this man and socialism being implemented in the country.
You are the only Republican in this city that's represented in the United States legislature. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congresswoman